I'm Debbie Peveril, and you're listening to the weekly tip from basicboardgovernance.ca. This week is the third in a series of 4 tips about your board recruitment process. So what we've already talked about is, the first tip was building your skill matrix, determining what need you have, what every board member should have, what experience they need, what skills they need. The second tip was about the process, the application process, making sure that you had a method for determining what attributes, skills, and experience each board member had. We talked about interviews. Today, we're going to talk about the places you can look for board members. And next week, we're going to talk about the onboarding process. So the goal of your board recruitment process, of course, is to deliver a qualified group of board members to every annual general meeting to be elected to run the organization. So I have made a list of 10 places that you could look for board members. Number 1, of course, is to ask existing board members and your staff to spread the word that you're always looking for good board members. Are there any people that they could recommend? Because they will know what's required. They kind of pre-qualify some of your board members. Networking events. If you're on the board or you're part of the nominating committee, then everybody you talk to, you should at some point point out that you are on this board, and maybe they'd be interested in joining the board, or maybe they know somebody who'd be interested in joining the board. Spread the word. The third one is professional associations. I'm a chartered accountant. The CPA group in Nova Scotia maintains a bulletin board of groups that are looking for volunteer treasurers, volunteer finance people. Other organizations do the same thing. If you're looking for a particular skill set, is there an association where you could reach out and let them know that you have an opportunity for their members to volunteer? Online communities, I think LinkedIn is probably the most professional networking site. You could check that out. If you've got members on LinkedIn, spread the word that we're always looking for good board members. Alumni associations. There are universities everywhere. Universities have departments of various sorts of skills that you might be looking for. Reach out to the Alumni Association and see if they've got publications or information where they might spread the word that you need some board members. Other professionals, bankers. Does your banker know that you're always looking for board members? Your lawyer, your accountant, your architect, whoever. There's lots of professional networking that goes on. Make sure that these people know. Conferences or other events. If you do attend some of these conferences, then while you're there, you're doing networking. So, it's almost the same as a networking event, but we don't think of conferences always as networking because we're going there in order to learn things. Then you've got service groups. Do you have in your area a Rotary club, a Progress club, the Kinsmen, the Lions club? Those people are looking to be of service. And if they know that you have opportunities for them to serve, then perhaps you will get a board member. Diversity and inclusion initiatives. Various groups, governments, other organizations actually have funding available sometimes for diversity and inclusion initiatives. If you are looking to improve the diversity on your board, then perhaps these are places where you might find someone that could help you achieve those goals. Okay? And lastly, I've got training events on there, which may or may not be different from conferences. Whenever there are opportunities for people to learn things, the learners that come from your group should be mentioning that we're always looking for qualified board members. And I've made noises about this stuff in the past. If you followed my posts, I guess, then, I have, as a female, I've been told by mainly older white guys that they didn't have any women that were qualified to serve on the board. And I said to them, well, of course, if you looked in your own Rolodex, because we're talking about people with Rolodexes, you're probably not going to find any women in your Rolodex because your friends are other old white guys. So you've got to reach out. You've got to find other places to look if you want to improve the skill sets and the diversity on anybody's board. So those 10 places to look, hopefully, will allow you to find the board members with the skill sets that you're looking for.